Hello, welcome to Red Hawk Show Cry of the Native. The time now is 4:45 p.m. Thursday, and I just want to say to everybody that's watching this, welcome. I'm going to talk about audits again, these audit people, and I'm going to talk about a little history and a little about Native Americans. First, I'm going to start with my mother's nation. My mother was a Shawnee Indian from the Midwest. The Europeans, they made 3,399 peace treaty with our nation. They broke all 3,999 peace treaties with my mother's people. And I want to talk about laws. Like all the people should realize, all Indians know this. When your country is seized, everything, I mean, it's nothing you could do, but I'm just saying everything in America is illegal. Even the law that they so follow so much, laws was made by men, and laws also was made by other people that would, put it in. Native Americans, upstate New York, they had the real Constitution. So they borrowed bits and pieces from there. So when they say they follow the law, what law is they talking about? And I just want to get to them. I don't mean no disrespect to nobody. I'm just telling people the truth. When these audit people go in places, I notice they always say, "I'm your boss," and that's not true because the word "boss," look it up. The word "boss" means you are overseer. That means you treating people like they slaves. That's what that word means. So that's a bad word. That's why I told my son not to use that. Whenever I worked someplace, I never call my boss boss. I call him an employer. But that's what he is. When they say they your boss, it's like they saying you're beneath them. That means you have no rights. They think they don't got rights, and I don't like that. And I don't like some of them probably legit like care about people. But a lot of them, they use that First Amendment, all those Second, Third, Fourth Amendment as a crutch, like a person walk with a crutch. They hide behind that. A lot of times they go places that do not have nothing to do with the First Amendment. They wanted to be that because they want to justify everything they say is correct. I mean, I even hear them say like if they go to like one guy said I've been to 20 different states, so every state you go in, your tax dollar cover every state. I don't think so because you wouldn't even have a check, and that's why I don't like that. And second of all, when they go into the post office, they were talking about Postal 7. I know that all of them read the same thing. They must went to the same school. They only read the part that says photographer and all that stuff. But how can they never read the whole thing and let people know that you can get into trouble? But they don't do that. That's what they don't read. And I said I don't like that either. And then I'm not saying that it's bad and good in every place. You got bad and good. You got good cops, bad cops. But and to me, they hate all cops. They don't even give the cop a chance, or they right away, they start calling him all kind of names if he don't agree with what they say. And I know policy is not law, but policies are set there too to protect people. And they always nick and pick at when they go in post office or city halls, wherever they go. Um, they find some fault or to say something and stuff like that. But that's not what I'm saying. They'll find some reason to just say things like that. That's why I told the lady they gotta really know what they're talking about. And when they be saying that walk of shame, I don't believe there's no walk of shame when a cop or walk out your face. That means he don't want to hear what you have to say no more. He's trying to not get into confrontation. And I know when some cops don't answer them or say anything to them, they'll stand there and try to make the cop answer them. When the cop don't answer them, then they'll say something to him. And it's always rude, telling people to go F their mothers. And, why would you say that if that's not being grown, and they like disrespect people's jobs, like they the only one getting work, that everybody got to answer to them. That's why I said before, what if I'm working on a job and they showed up on my job, I would tell myself, what, I need permission to go to the bathroom, but y'all be like hawking people like that, and I don't like that. And they don't know when they do be harassing people at their jobs. And I see what they do. They said, I'm not gonna film children. I see children in their videos all the time, and stuff like, you don't know, like the guy said, you don't know if the child's in a witness protection program and stuff like that. So that's why I know a lot of them don't care. It's all about money. It's a hustle and stuff like that. That's why I told the girl, this is a hustle to make money, and and they know they got certain things they can get away with. But I'm just saying, I don't like what they do. I'm not patriotic to the flag. Not that I hate. I respect people that fought in the war and stuff like that. But I'm not patriotic because the flag doesn't mean what people think it means. The flag killed a lot of slaves and a lot of Indians. So why would you want to salute something like that and and stuff like that? So as I get along more, I'm gonna get better and better at this because I don't talk too much. And reading people don't feel reading another thing, people feel comfortable when you at a job and they be saying there's cameras all in here. Yeah, but the camera's not in front of your face. That's why people act ridiculous and they don't have common courtesy. All they care about is their or them, their stuff, like their rights don't trump my rights. But that's like saying nobody got rights, and they really gotta look up this stuff. You know, um they don't. I see some of them be courteous, but a lot of them be lying. They say I'm courteous and stuff like that. And main people that say it, they know who they are. Like they not courteous because when somebody don't agree with them, that's when they start cussing you out. I know everybody got freedom of speech, but sometimes I see them when they interact with cops. Sometimes the cop be very nice. He don't be saying nothing. They just cuss the man out. And so like you don't know, like I said, you don't know what kind of day he had, but and stuff like that. It's like they tell you camera's not a weapon. Yes, a camera is a weapon too. Because if it wasn't a weapon, they use it like a weapon. Like when they always threaten people, like, "Oh, I got this many views." Like, be careful what you say. Or you're gonna be on the internet for life. I would say, so what? I'm gonna be scared. That's threatening to somebody when you say that. Even though they dress it up in a nice way, it's like it's it's not good. And when they say cops. Um, Not heroes. It's a lot of good cops that die in the line of duty. I don't hear none of them say nothing good about that. Like the fire department get all the credit. Some firefighters are nasty. I had firefighters close the doors in my face. So why would you say that they the real heroes? I had cousins that was cop. They got killed in the line of duty, and you ain't seen nobody glorifying them and stuff like that. A cop got killed in Brooklyn. When I lived in Brooklyn, she got killed protecting a man from stealing this lady's gold chain. They were very bad at stealing gold chains in the 80s and stuff like that. They should look into these things before they just jump and say that all of them is the same. I even heard some of the audit people, let's go mess with some cops, but they said, F, why would you want to say that? You just looking for a reaction and stuff like that. And I don't think that's right. And they gotta realize a camera's a weapon. A camera, it's just like you putting a bullet in somebody's body. A camera can ruin your whole life. So that's a weapon and stuff like that. Like my cousin, I don't really know him that good, but my mother told me he's a journalist, and he said he went to school for that. And to become a camera person, the college, you could go to college. I'm not saying they can't do what they're doing, but some of them, if you want to be professional, why don't you have a real camera and stuff like that? And they always criticize in the news, oh, you got makeup on and stuff like that. And oh, if a lady came here with makeup on, you would let her in. I've seen media turned away. They won't let them in there either sometimes. That's what I want to say about that subject. And I'll talk a little history. Like people don't know. Like I told a girl, Black Friday you shouldn't shop if you're African American or any person of color because that has something to do with slavery. But some people don't care, so that means you don't care nothing what happened to your ancestors that got mm, murdered and hung by trees. You can look up all this stuff like Willie Lynch. Their family was known from hanging black people or Indians, so that's why it's there. That's where the word lynch come from. And like Union Station downtown in Connecticut, they call that Union Station because the train used to carry Union soldiers in the 1800s. And you can go right to these insurance companies um, and take out an insurance policy to buy a slave. So that was legal. And like you can go to the city hall or places like that because back then they didn't have motor vehicles. You had to get your license from the city hall. You can get a license to kill an Indian. It was legal. People don't know that, but that was what they used to do. Hair was profit, and stuff like that. When they cut the Indians' hair and scalp them, they like a trophy, like you kill something and have it hanging up in your house. Some of the things that I don't talk about because it's like get me real angry. That's like back to immigrants. I don't have nothing against anybody and stuff like that, but Indians got the bad stick worse than anybody because, like I told the girl, if it wasn't for my mother's people and other natives, ain't nobody be working this country. So that's why when they be saying all this stuff about laws and stuff, I know they set up now. So who law you following? That everything is illegal in this country that was put here and stuff like that. We wasn't supposed to have no American flag, and those president here don't supposed to be in those mountains either and stuff like that. All the land was seized. So that's why I think they should come up with something else because I'm your boss. I tell people, you're not my boss. I pay your salary. They throw that in people's face. The person that's my boss is God Almighty. He's the boss of everybody, even though people don't want to admit that, but He is. I don't do things like that. That's why I respect some audited like people like in New York. I like Action Kid. He don't go in buildings and stuff like that. He just take you on a tour of New York and stuff like that. But them, they like to crush people, and stuff like that. They look at you like you're nothing. When they be saying that we're your bosses. I told when you ain't my boss, I don't care what you pay, because it's not right how y'all talk to people. Y'all have no respect for nobody and stuff like that. But you want people to respect them. So like when they be saying I don't answer questions, what's up with that? And you Muffy, I'm not saying everybody. Some don't like to ask questions because a lot of them got records their own self. That's why they don't like to answer questions. But like I said before, if something happened to one of their children and people say, "Yeah, we so done it," when you want to talk to the cops or and that's y'all street justice. People like to do your own street justice. That's how some people is. I got family members like that. They don't believe in calling the cops. They take the law in their own hand. They do street justice, and I'm not into that. So you act like that, like when the cop asks y'all a question, y'all don't answer them. It's only common courtesy. I can see if the cop being nasty. Sometimes I see the cop being very nice. You walk in any place, even a department store, they say, "Can I help you?" Or what you not gonna answer the salesperson. And I know people hate cops, and I think a lot of them they really actually hate cops. I hear how they talk to them. What you want, mother effer, all that kind of stuff. Even though you got freedom of speech, I wouldn't talk like that to anybody. My mother taught me too much respect, and they not. I don't care what they say. A lot of them, and I even talked to one guy. He said, "You're right. A lot of them in that for the money. Because if they wasn't making money, they would even go to people's jobs and stuff like that." And I see a lot of them. They may not call that, but I see a lot of them do harass people, and they don't care if the person. You don't know what kind of data a person have. And you come there throwing a camera face. He or she could have lost a family member, or like that. Even though you don't have to ask, but if somebody tell me I don't want the camera on me, I would respect them and stuff. So, I was just reading something. All right, so I'm gonna cut this short. Um, when I do it again, I'm gonna talk about natives in particular. I'm gonna talk about how I'm mistreated by other people in this here, immigrants. I don't like keep saying that word, but I've been treated bad by immigrants. I'm not saying all of them is bad. You got good immigrants, but some of them too think they better than you when they come to this country. I worked at Foxwood amongst immigrants. They did not like me. I don't know why. Like, you should be mad at the government, not me, and stuff like that. And that's why, like, can't get along with them. You know, and some of them only some of them I like, and I try to stay away from the ones that don't have respect. They should be thankful that this country let them come in this country. But like I said on that subject too, before, we can't go in their country and stuff like that, because that's why I rather die in my own country. I would want to go to some foreign country that they don't like you. They can come here and get things. Even the illegal ones got rights, and I'm the first American. I mean, I don't even have rights like that. Whenever I try to do something, I have to fight for it. It's like now I'm trying to start a GoFundMe page for Indians, because Indians that freeze every year when it's cold. You never see that on the news because they don't care. So I'm trying to do that myself. I don't ask for money like some people do. I'm just trying to start me a GoFundMe page for natives, not just for natives, because some people don't have anything, but the Indians get the raw end of the stick. They freeze every year in New Mexico, in Pueblo. Uh, Pueblo Apaches there, and I see it all the time on and stuff because I got a Native American catalog. So when I buy something out of that catalog, it goes to those tribes. They ask for those stoves. Them stoves are like, I think they like $500 now. They was 300 maybe back in the 90s, because I sent them $300 for a stove. I mean, it ain't. I can't do much because I don't have money, but I had money then, so they needed a stove, but they don't have like stoves where they live at. So I don't see none of that stuff coming here. But like when that little Cuban boy came over here, I had nothing against him, but everybody was so concerned about him. People that's in this country starving and live in shacks. You don't see nobody care about them. When somebody comes from another country, they get things. I have family that work, well, retired now, work in the government. They would tell me what they would do, and stuff like that. And it's just, I just don't like things, and I don't hate people that do all this. I think that's great. You try and put that out there like the first, third, fourth amendment, but some of them not even thinking about no amendment. It's all about money. Like they said, we fighting for your rights. Who asked you to fight for our rights when I know it is a lot of y'all just in that for the money, but you ain't doing it for free. I'm talking right now. I don't care if I get money. I'm just talking and stuff like that. About something. If somebody want to donate money for me, it's not for me. I want to do this for natives that's dying that never get put on the news. And the Constitution did come from the Indians. You can look it up and stuff like that. But they change it around and stuff like that. So if people want to hear what I can tell you a lot of stuff. Uh, about Native Americans and the African Americans, but I'm just trying to put it out there, like, look this stuff up, like what I told you about Willie Lynch. His family was known from lynching people. That's why that name, when you see movie, they said lynch him. It come from his name. And the soldiers wasn't nice to slaves either, or Indians back then. When Abraham Lincoln sent them down there to fight the Confederacy soldiers, they had surrendered. He gave orders to have all of them killed. Then there's another thing people don't know. If you look on a $2 bill, it's a slave on the back of that money. He's right there. And I was telling people all about Jim Thorpe. They used to give his award out when he had the Heisman Trophy. He was born in 1888. He died in 1953. He helped create what you see now, NFL football. He ran track in the Olympics in 1928. You can look him up. I don't even think they give his award out no more with the Heisman Trophy. He used to have a football in his hand. Back then, the football made out of pigskin. I think today they make it out of vinyl. So I'm just cutting it short because I want to eat. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of other things, especially when it comes to India. A lot of people know Indians built a lot of things in this country too, but people took the credit and stuff like that. Like when I worked in Foxwood, um, talked to a lot of Africans. They seem to think that African Americans are lazy and practically everything in their house he built. Like I heard a black guy said, African Americans, all they do is make babies and get welfare. Well, you go to social service. I'm not trying to be funny. You don't see no black Americans up there, or not even a Native American Indian. Everybody that's down there getting assistance is immigrants. That's all you see in there. So they should think twice before they say something. My uncle was stationed in Africa. They do not like Americans, but my uncle said they were sent there to protect them from rebels that were coming in and fight them, and stuff like that. They had told them to take the black ass or whatever back to America, and we there protecting them and stuff like that. All right, I'm just making this short. Tomorrow I'm gonna tell you a lot of other stuff. And Donada Wado. That means take care and have a blessed evening. I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.